Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanolotus Kosana, and once again I'm featuring Woo, okay, so the proposal is done. Mokelo ukrele engagement ring.
What next?
What's next? So now you need to start planning for your wedding. So today we're going to unpack just how you can do it to plan the big day.
Yeah, I mean, we've been there. So apart from us working in the wedding environment, we also got married some couple of years back, and we kind of got the drill of how it works. So we're gonna share a bit of pointers on how to go about planning your own wedding. Let's hope you're gonna enjoy this one.
Yeah, stay tuned. In this video, we want to just discuss a few pointers of what it is that, where do you start? You've got the engagement ring, lobola has been paid, now you're good to go. You need to plan for your big day. So just some pointers on what is it that you can do.
What needs to happen.
Yeah, what exactly, what needs to happen.
Planning your big day.
Yeah. So first point, I think you need to establish what type of wedding you want.
It's very important because we don't all believe in the same things. Some people prefer African traditional weddings, some people prefer European traditional weddings. So it's up to you. Some do both. Like us, we did everything.
We had 5 weddings.
Look, I mean, we wanted to do the white wedding.
We wanted to do the white wedding, definitely.
But also we understood that we have cultures to uphold and we have parents to also please. So in our case, we did traditional weddings, and then
times 2. Traditional wedding times 2.
Yes, we did one at her home and we did one at my home, and then we did the white wedding. What happened with us is that at her home we gave her parents full control of the wedding. Whatever they wanted to do, they did it. And then in my home, same applied. We gave them full control. Whatever they wanted to do, they did it. And then with white wedding, it was just us. All they needed to do was get attires
and get to the venue
particular day, and not dictate anything to us. We understand it doesn't work like that for every family, but that's what we did on our end.
Yeah, I mean, we basically did the traditional wedding on our own. No one told us anything. No one had an opinion.
You mean white wedding?
White wedding, yes. So we didn't. It was just the 2 of us. It was what we wanted.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it was easy for us because we had given them what they wanted.
So my mom had the freedom to do anything and everything at the traditional wedding because it was at her house, and Mas Kosana had freedom to do anything and everything that she wanted to do because the second day of the traditional wedding was at her house. So everyone was happy, and I think it worked out so good.
So that's the first step. You need to determine what type of wedding you want to do. But either way, planning is more or less the same. But that's a very critical step.
So second point, budget. You need to establish a budget. So once you've determined, okay, I want a white wedding, then what's your budget? What's your budget? How much
are you willing to spend? That will also determine the type of wedding you have. Even in weddings, there's levels.
There's levels.
There's kind of low end,
and then there's and then
there's high level weddings, and all that comes from the budget because. If you can't afford certain things, you can't force yourself. Unless you're willing to save for a longer period.
So a bigger budget definitely gives you room.
More options.
It gives you a lot of room. It gives you The sky is the limit when you've got
Look,
a large
The
budget.
couple whose wedding I did in February, and they started planning it in December. But it was such a high quality wedding. And
But because they had the budget for it.
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, if you have the money, you can do anything that you want, and you can do it as quickly
Yeah.
as you want it. But for most people, I always say that, you know, if you want a quality wedding and you don't have that much money,
Wait.
I'd rather put it off.
Yeah,
you know,
wait
put
a
it
little
off for
bit.
longer, save the money, you know.
Even with us, we planned for like a full year.
Yes.
We
yes.
planned our wedding for a full 12 months.
And we what you call, we budget for every single thing.
Yeah.
We even went to an extent of having a spreadsheet.
Yeah, we did have a
We
spreadsheet
had
for
a
everything.
Spreadsheet, and it had timelines in terms of
Yeah, and how we paying suppliers and all that. So
exactly.
Which
And
is
then,
another thing
you know,
that
some things we
overlap.
paid together, some they
Separately,
paid, like when we were
yeah.
done paying for a certain thing, then we started paying for something else.
Yeah.
You know? But it was planned out and to the T, and it was based on how much monies we were making, and that allowed us to
hey, Marema spender was spending.
Look, I mean, you find in every relationship there's probably one who likes to spend and one who's very conservative.
Yeah.
I guess that's why you're together, to complement one another, you know.
Yeah, and with the budget as well. If, for example, you've planned a budget of 500,000, for example,
Yeah.
make provision maybe of additional 50,000
Yeah.
in case you go over the budget, because while you're planning, you will see other things. You will meet other people, and someone will be like, "But why don't you get certain things?" So you need to sort of have where you're going to fall.
Yeah. Look, even with us, we had a situation like that when we thought we have paid everything.
Yeah, for the venue.
Until we went to the venue to go see the setup that they're going to do for us. And it had additional flowers.
And we didn't even know about that. Imagine, we didn't even know that flowers were additional. We thought flowers as well as the tables and chairs were part of the...
Yeah.
Because it was not disclosed in the contract.
They give you like basic
Yeah,
stuff,
it was not disclosed in the contract, so you need to read the contract as well for the venues so that you know...
We read the contract. It's just that they don't. They say they're giving you a certain type of chairs.
Yeah.
When you get there, you don't like them.
Like you get there and then they give you plastic chairs, for example.
Yes,
and
with
like
a cloth.
with a cloth. Like you want like Tiffany chairs,
Yeah,
Phoenix
or-
chairs, these nice chairs. Cause who still wants to get married
So,
with plastic
yeah.
chairs?
We ended up having to pay an
Additional amount,
20,000
yeah.
rands that we didn't see coming. You know.
But because we had a spreadsheet and we had everything, like written, then it was possible for us to say, okay, maybe next month then we'll do a payment for this and a payment for that. Then the additional amount will go to this and that.
Yes.
But yeah, budget is very important. Like you really need to have a budget.
Yes.
Okay. So next point, the venue.
Yeah. That's
So
where
choosing the venue.
a lot of your budget goes to
venue.
the venue. So also based on your budget, you need to be careful of the type of venue you go
Yeah.
for, because some might, if you have 500,000 rands as your budget for the wedding, some venues might just wipe that off
Yeah.
immediately. Then
But I
you
think
find that
maybe
you're
the most
compromising.
important thing is for you, before you actually determine your budget, visit venues. See how much they cost.
Yeah. Look, it's either or, you
Yeah.
know. I mean, you can always work with venues that are going to accommodate
the
type
amount of
budget
money.
you have, you know. Because at the same time, you don't want to go to a venue and then overstretch yourself.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of venues.
Yo, there's a lot of venues. But once you found your venue, do not go to other venues, because you will change your mind. You will change your mind. So once you've found the venue and you've fallen in love with the venue, stick to your venue.
Yeah, but also, like we say, the budget might be an issue. The venue that you love the most might be very expensive for you, you know.
Yeah,
So
but
it's very critical.
there's beautiful venues. Personally, I suggest that before maybe the budget is finalized, take a trip. Get into the car, take a trip down to Mildredrift, go see what venues offer. Because there's a lot of venues in Mildredrift.
Yeah,
go
but
see
it's
what.
Not only Mildredrift.
Okay, not only Mildredrift, but
venues everywhere.
I'm making an example with Mildredrift because, that's where the wedding hub is at.
Yeah.
So take a trip there, go see all these venues. I mean, one venue is different to the next, to the next, to the next. And venues have levels, guys. Like, you'll get where a bride is being transported with a Mercedes-Benz, which is included in your package, for example.
Yes.
Then you'll get to another venue where the bride is transported with a golf cart, for example, which is like included in the contract.
Yeah.
But go see the venues. I mean, whew, we've been to some beautiful venues out there.
It's an exercise on its own.
Yeah.
But obviously it needs to resonate with you guys.
Yeah.
It needs to be something that you'll be proud of when you think about it 10 years from now, that I got married in that venue, and it's very special to us.
Yeah. So once you've established your budget and you've got your venue, now you need to do the planning.
Yeah.
So are you getting a planner? Are you doing DIY? Where are you at?
That's another thing also you need to take into account. It's going back to the budget.
Yeah.
You must remember a wedding planner is going to take a certain portion, certain percentage of the wedding budget. So if you say you're getting married for, your budget is 1 million, they might say they want 10% of that. So that means you're going to use up 900,000 for the wedding, and then 100,000 goes to them.
But there's also pros and cons for having a planner.
Yes, there is.
And if you're a person who doesn't want to get their hands dirty, you need to have money.
Yes.
And if you're a person who wants to do things for themselves, then it's always good.
Yeah.
I mean, we did it ourselves.
Yes, I mean the biggest thing is do you have the time?
Yeah.
Do you have the time? I did a wedding whereby I was liaising with the planner only, as the bride was based in Nigeria. So you need to also take into consideration your work. Does it allow you to have time to plan your wedding, or would you rather just get somebody else to do everything for you, and then they'll give you feedback and they'll organize every supplier for you?
Yeah.
You just have to show up on the wedding day.
The only thing about planners is that you need to get someone that you trust.
Yeah.
Someone that you trust, someone that you know that this person has done weddings for other people, and you've seen their work, and you gel with the person. Because if you don't gel with your planner, then you can imagine how, like, sabotage, there could be a lot of sabotage.
Yeah.
But you need to gel with your planner, and once you are with your planner, you need to be happy with that person that you've chosen. So it's very important, very important for you to have the planner, a great planner at that.
Yeah. So that's one portion I think we're going to talk about. If you want to go with a planner, I think this video from here onwards might not be for you, but going forward we're just going to break down the rest of the
DIY,
doing it yourself. Yeah.
And which is good to do it yourself, because you get to see the plates that you choose, the napkins that you choose, because sometimes the planners choose it for you. You just say, no, my theme is rose gold and dusty pink. And then you just get what do they call it? An email showing you that your plates are like this, your cutlery is like this, your crockery or whatever is like this. Yeah. And then you don't even get to go and, see how your, what do they call them? Mock tables look like. Because some people actually neglect those things, So when you do it yourself, for example, you book time with maybe the decor lady or whoever, you make time to go see your mock tables, you can change certain things, you're physically involved, you are within it, and you can change your cutlery, you go pick out your cake. I mean, I don't see then you go with a planner to go taste your cake, for example.
Look, I mean, it's a stressful process.
I feel like when you go taste your cake, you must do it yourself. Like, you mustn't take the opinion of a planner to say, oh, but red velvet is the no, you must go yourself.
People it goes back to time. Do people have time to do that?
Guys,
some people have careers that don't allow them
definitely, I understand that.
To go have cake tasting.
I understand that. But now imagine eating a lemon what cake that you don't like on your wedding day that was chosen by a planner. And because sometimes people are very late, some brides are lazy.
Planners consult.
They do, but how do I know that red velvet from that shop tastes nicer than that one from that other shop? Or the dark chocolate from that shop tastes nicer than... So some things, they need the bride and they need the groom.
Yeah, look, for us it was nice weekend.
Yeah,
every weekend we had something that we were looking forward to doing. From our side, we really enjoyed the process.
The planning.
The planning, yes. I mean, every weekend we're looking forward to doing something, going to consult designers, going to consult the suppliers. We just enjoyed the process. But most couples that I speak to, they really hate the process. Some, when it gets to wedding day, they're just like, you know what, I just want this wedding to come and end. But it wasn't the case with us.
So
people are different. Some people may enjoy the planning. Some may just want to delegate it to a planner if they can afford it.
Yeah.
But in this video, we're just going to discuss the DIY side of things.
Yeah. So now we're doing it ourselves. Now we need to start looking for suppliers. Yes. So the next point is you need to start looking for suppliers. Yes. Yeah. So you need to look for your first. I think the most important thing is who's capturing your wedding day.
Yeah.
Because
it's very important. Some people tend to put it off.
Yeah.
And put it at the end. But at the end of the day, once everything is done and the dust is settled, the only things you're left with is your pictures and the video. So
we ate your food.
It's gone.
We ate your food. We drank your champagne.
It's gone.
What are you left with?
Exactly.
And where are your memories?
Look, the general rule of thumb is that about 15% of your budget should go into your memories. But some people, they don't do it like that.
Yeah, I don't know how you even choose your decor person. You go choose your decor person, your dress, your food, your whatever, and then you only come back and say, oh, who's going to capture our memories? So I think the first thing when you're choosing suppliers, it should be photography, because that person is capturing the day.
Just like the venue, the date is very important too, because the sooner you do it, the better. Yes, the person might not be available anymore, and that's the work you like, and you're in trouble if you put it off. I mean, I've had people try to book 2 years prior to the actual wedding, but mostly do it around a year before, and that year really flies by.
Yeah, it does. But once you've received a date from the venue, then the next point is that you need to then start looking for suppliers.
Yeah.
Because now you know which day you're going to get married. And your first supplier should definitely be photography. Yeah. Because most people really neglect that thing. You need to keep those memories. You need to hire someone that is actually going to capture the memories for you. You like their work. You've seen their work. And first things first.
And I think for another video, maybe we can do a breakdown of what to look for when you're looking for a photographer, because that might just take a very long time. And we
have limited. So I think the next supplier should be deco.
Yeah.
You need a deco person, deco lady. Most of the planners do their deco themselves. If you're going with the planner, I think the planner would
They
mostly do the decor, and then pick out your own flowers, man. Like, it's so sad.
Obviously advise,
yeah,
but,
but it's so sad to get to a wedding and then the whole thing is greenery, and then there's like, you're not even a greenery person,
It could be a budget issue as well, because we know flowers are expensive. I mean,
but like, you really
just
need
thinking about our own process.
Flowers are expensive.
We got married in February, and that's the worst time to buy flowers.
Yeah.
With all the Valentine and everything happening.
Yeah.
So even the prices are hiked in that process. So some people, it's not that they don't want flowers.
They do, but
it could be a budget thing,
Yeah, but phew, shame. And I think the next thing should be the designer. Who's making your clothes? Are you buying a dress?
Yeah.
Are you hiring a dress? Are you getting your dress made? Because custom making a dress takes some time.
Yes.
Like, you can't leave it to the last. Like, you need to at least consult 9 months in advance before your wedding.
Well, I would think it varies from designer to designer, but
no, like, seriously, you need to consult like months in advance, because sometimes even if you go to a shop and you say, I want to buy a particular dress, some dresses come from Europe, some dresses come from China, and then you need to order the dress.
Yes.
So that can take some time.
Yes, you need like
quick
time.
About 9 to 6 months, about 6 to 9 months. Yeah. Just for you to be at ease that the dress will be done.
And to avoid situations whereby, like, on the wedding day, the dresses are not.
Yeah, and
sometimes it's not the fault of the designer.
Hey, wait, please don't come out here attacking designers, please.
So sometimes it's just the lateness of how people go about it.
Because one of our brides had waited for a dress that was coming from Europe. From Europe, I think it only came like 3 weeks before the wedding. But she was very anxious because she didn't see she saw the dress in the shop, the sample, but her dress, the one that's hers, was not there. And this is a big store. I mean, but things happen, so that's why you need to, at least 6 to 9 months.
Yeah, you need to
give yourself time. Give yourself time. Even with the suits. Hey, we've been to weddings where suits are arriving on 10 to 2 before the groom walks down.
The worst case scenario was a groom whose jacket was not done on wedding day.
Yeah.
And because of that, the wedding started
very late.
5 hours late. So, I mean, in my view, you should have just gotten married without
the jacket.
But I guess it meant a lot to him. But it helps to do things in time.
Even bridesmaids' dresses. Like, get someone reliable. If you're buy a couple of months in advance, so that you know that the dresses are there.
Yeah.
And if they need to be altered or whatever, then you know that it can be done in time. Then if you're custom making the dresses as well, I think it should be the same time, 6 months.
Yeah, also you must remember, when you have a bridal party, you have like a couple of people to deal with.
Yeah.
So you need to make sure they're also on board with your own timeline.
Yeah.
Because you don't want a situation whereby your things are ready, but the people that are with you on the day, they don't have their stuff.
The stuff for them.
Everything, you guys must be in sync in terms of your own timeline. So by the time you go consult for a dress, on a designer for suits, make sure that your bridal party are with you.
Yeah. And next up is the DJ. DJ.
I don't know how important the DJ
guys, the DJ is important, because the wedding that we did, I think 2 years ago, the DJ was only found the day before the wedding. The day before the wedding. A DJ is very important. Very important.
Yeah, but
and then when you say to the DJ,
the day before,
what if you've got another gig?
Look, I think unless you want a specific DJ, then you can prioritize it.
No, guys, I disagree. You need a proper DJ, ne? Because the DJ that I'm talking about, he didn't know what King Pinaele. Post Malone. What is that song? There's a song that the bride wanted. And the guy's like, no, I don't know what that song is. I don't have that song. Yeah. But meanwhile, he did have the song. But because he was eating and he was busy eating, he was not within, man, you know. Like you need to find someone who's within.
Like you need somebody with a good track record.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, there's a wedding we went to as guests. We were not service providers for that one. And the bride actually walked down the aisle. People had to sing her in because
the DJ was late.
The DJ was late and was not ready to play the song that the lady wanted. So imagine starting your day with such issues already. It's like you're not having the day that you want. So
it's important. DJ is important. As much as
I don't feel that DJ is
crucial.
It's important that you get them first.
Not first, but like after you found like other people, but he's one of the suppliers. Okay, for example, Oakfield wedding where there was a white DJ. Yeah. People were bored out of their minds. So you need to know who's playing at your wedding as well. Obviously,
you need to find somebody that's gonna gel with your crowd.
Exactly.
The atmosphere is very important. If you're going to bring a person who doesn't understand that the people that you're bringing to your wedding, then it might just be disastrous.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important. Okay, next one, hair and makeup. Hey, hair and makeup. Woo! Woo! Hair and makeup. Makeup artists. Yo, please be early.
You can see the sigh.
The person that you find for your makeup and your hair, please find professional people. People that know what they are doing.
Yeah. Look, we've worked with very good makeup artists. We've worked with very brilliant hairstylists, you know, people who love their job, people who take their job serious, but
some of the makeup artists out there, guys, no.
We've once had a bride who put on makeup, and then as soon as they went out, it was kind of wiped out by the wind, you know, and then they started having funny marks on the skin. And
I think it's very important for the brides especially to go for a trial run.
Yeah.
A makeup artist that does not provide a trial. I'm not saying a free trial. Maybe some makeup artists make you pay for the trial. Yeah. But if you don't go for the trial, then you don't know how you're going to look like on the day. Yeah. So as a bride, you need to insist. Once you want to go with someone, insist on having a trial.
And make sure that person understands your skin.
Yes.
Because you don't want to look like a ghost.
Yeah, no.
Because that's the problem. We sometimes sit there and try to advise, but people think we are attacking them.
Yeah.
Because we know how these things are going to look like in the pictures.
Yeah.
But because you didn't test out this person, or maybe your acquisition of their services was based on money instead of the outcome of their work. So it's those tiny little things. Sometimes you find that the wedding is late.
Yeah, because of the makeup artist.
Yes,
a lot of the weddings are late because of the makeup artist. Yeah. I'm not bashing any makeup artist out there. Please don't come for me. This is just from the experience that we've had at weddings. Most of the time, the makeup artists are very late.
Yeah.
And once they get there, they have 4 or 5 faces that they need to do. Yeah. So you can imagine how much time that is.
Sometimes it's not that they're even late. It's maybe the way they work. They're quite slow. So if you know, I mean, you need to have conversations with your makeup artist, your hairstylist. If you know that they're slow, it's better to start early.
Or if you know that, I mean, imagine having 6 faces.
Yeah.
Including the bride,
yes,
the mother-in-law,
yes,
and then one makeup artist rocks up.
Yes.
You need to actually calculate it to say, okay, if now we're going to start doing our makeup at 6 o'clock and I'm walking down the aisle at 2 o'clock,
yes,
how long exactly do we have for everyone?
Yeah.
An account to say, if it happens that we're running late, then what is it that, we're going to do? Because I feel like sometimes, me personally, I feel like sometimes the bride must have her person who's going to focus on her.
Yeah.
Then the bridesmaids must have their own person who's going to focus on them. Then additional family members and whoever else must have their own people to come and do their own makeup.
The reality is that it comes back to how much are they charging.
Yes,
you know?
yes.
Because at the end of the day, if you find a makeup artist who charges 500 rands, let's say, to do the bride, and then they charge, say, 350 to do each bridesmaid, definitely those people are going to come and do. Because they want all that
money. Okay, yes,
so
of course.
Each and every face, and ultimately that's going to delay the wedding. We know this for a fact. We've seen it over and over and over again.
But if you get a person who's like really good at makeup, I mean, there's a specific person that we have in mind. But if the person is really good at makeup and you know for sure that this person charges X amount of money, but there's 8 people that are in line for the makeup, guys, have a conversation with that person and be like, are you going to be able to do 8 faces in a space of maybe 6 hours of us getting ready?
Generally, those who charge good, like I've seen people charge like 1.8, 2,000 rands for doing the bride's face. Those guys are just gonna focus on the bride,
which is great. Which is what I advise.
Mostly the bridesmaids are gonna complain.
Like, 2,000 rands for a face. No, I can't do that.
Exactly.
But
so the bride will do that on her own. Those ones tend to go quicker.
Which is what I really advise.
That person is focusing strictly
on the bride.
On the bride's face. So it's also a budget issue. But yeah, I would advise, if maybe that's not the case, just get somebody who's going to do the face of the bride. And then
someone else different for the bridesmaids.
Of the bridesmaids.
Yeah. Okay. Next point, stationery.
Okay.
Woo! But people don't have stationery anymore at weddings. Like, you have one program amongst 10 people, which is...
Oh, they don't even have
stationery, I mean,
these things are expensive, but the tables tend to look a bit naked without the stationery. And I mean, even us ourselves, if it became very expensive.
We actually went to someone to go consult to see how much it will cost for the stationery. And then I think it was like 11,000 or 15,000.
Somewhere around there. And we were not prepared to pay that money. So what we did is we got a graphic designer to design us certain things, and then we just went to see it in and Caesar and whatever we want.
And which worked very, like, because it's the same thing that company was doing. Because we were there for like maybe an hour. And we were looking at their invitation cards and we were looking at their table, like their programs and their table whatevers. And we were like really looking, and Bonks was like, look at, like, these people actually did this themselves. So why can't we do it ourselves? And
we also went to like China Mall.
We went to China Mall to go check like the paper quality and things like those. And guys, I think doing it yourself,
you save a lot.
You save a lot of money. Imagine if we had paid 15,000 rands for like, table sittings, programs, things like those. And for us, it just didn't make sense back then. And the same paper that company was using, it was at China City.
Yeah, but it comes back to time as well. Do you have time to do that for yourself?
No, definitely.
If not, then you can definitely just pay somebody
to do it for you.
There are very good stationery companies. Maybe you can just compare prices and see which one works for you.
Yeah. But in terms of stationery, I feel like shop around a lot, go check a lot of places. Some places are reasonable, some are quite steep, and see what's out there.
We're not saying do it yourself.
Yeah,
we're just saying that we did it ourselves, because that's where we were finding ways to cut the cost. Can we take that money maybe and put it towards a ring, or take that money and put it towards maybe improving the menu,
Yeah.
or maybe take that money and put it for drinks for people to have it. I mean, you need to play around with your budget to make everything come together nicely for you.
And I think the graphic designer thing came in very handy, because once you get someone to do the look,
Yes.
then you sort of stick with the same look for all your stationery.
Yes.
And once the person does that, then the printing and everything goes very smooth.
But stationery is very important. I mean, we take a lot of pictures and we see the difference it makes just on the table, just to make it not look a bit more naked.
Like, because it will be naked. So it will be very, very naked, because, it will be very bare.
Yes, and it can save you from having to put in more flowers to make your table look nicer,
Yeah.
And especially the round tables, they tend to have like a centerpiece.
Then the whole...
glasses and stuff. So I feel like stationery kind of completes everything. There's a wedding we did like in November. I was quite impressed with their stationery, from the board outside, the table sitting, all the way to the programs and menus. It kind of puts the wedding
together,
together. And complements the theme of the wedding.
And then there's like additional suppliers, like your jazz band, your what do they call it? What booth? What do they call it?
Photo booth.
Photo booth. Yeah. Those type of things as well. You need to account for, because
that's if they are very important. We that's why we say they're additional.
Yeah.
You can do without
them, because some people want, like, when the couple goes take pictures, then there's a band that's playing while they're taking pictures, and then what else? The photo booth. But the photo booth sometimes is it bombs out.
And look, there's these companies that print T-shirts for bridesmaids and groomsmen. What you call them? The robes.
Yes. So the gowns and the slippers and all that. Yes.
So those are other things.
Those are additional. I mean, you need to find supplies for that.
Yeah.
Because now people want to take pictures with like their gowns before. So those are like additional suppliers.
And also we forgot the cake.
Yes, that's very important. Woo! Story for another day for my cake. But cake is very important.
Yeah.
You need to go Ulo Taster and see the actual cake. I saw a cake in a magazine and it was this small. And then we went to the shop and we tasted everything that we wanted in the cake, and it was good. On the wedding day, the cake was this big. The cake was this big. And I was like, and then they called me and like, okay, come, the cake person is here to set up the cake. Come approve before they leave. Yeah. When I walked into the venue, the cake was this high. I saw it in a magazine and it was like this much. Yeah. And I was like, what? This cake? Who's going to eat this cake? We had layers and layers and layers of cake.
Yeah.
And
the cake was so big. I mean,
we cut the cake at the venue.
On the wedding day, we asked the people to cut the cake and give it to people.
To serve it to people.
Yeah, because we're not going to do anything with it. It was too big.
But we went home with like 3 layers.
Yeah, they cut the bottom cake and then
we went home with
everyone got the cake
and then we still have left with 3 layers plus additional of the bottom cake.
Yeah, we were playing delivery the next day. We were playing delivery because we needed to
give it away,
family and stuff, because there was nothing to do with it.
Cake is very important.
Look, I mean, and then honeymoon, I guess.
Yeah.
Honeymoon. Well, it's not compulsory. I mean, it's not.
But before honeymoon, let's talk about the gift registry.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the gift registry. Do you like it? Don't you like it?
I think I've warmed up to it because I understand where people are coming from, because some people, they get married after a while being together and you find they have everything they need.
Okay.
And obviously, gift registry controls
what they want.
Okay. And there are people like us who didn't really care. I mean, whatever you bought us, yeah.
It was fine with us.
We ended
Because,
up with 5 toasters and 5 pots, whatever. But
and we use them because these appliances, they fail. So we use them.
exactly.
We
But
use
some
them. So
other people, they already have like 5 kettles. They don't want the 6th one.
yeah,
you
no,
know?
definitely.
So I'm saying I warmed up to it because I understand where people are coming from. You know, there's no right or wrong.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, because I've realized when we are buying gifts for people from gift registry, by the time we get there, all the cheaper stuff
It's gone.
people have bought already. And now you are left with gifts
Yeah,
that
no.
are expensive. And that's where the predicament is. I mean, somebody will say they want something for 5,000.
My guys, like serious.
Yeah.
Like
And you know,
smeg, the combo, yeah, the toaster plus the kettle, and those are like 5,000 rands, and then you put it in the gift registry, and then you're hoping for it. I hope someone will buy it for me. It's for me personally. I don't like it. I get.
Yeah.
For me personally, I don't like the gift registry thing. I want to buy a gift that I feel that it's within my budget and something that I would like for your home.
Yes.
So if, for example, I'm buying you a Le Creuset pot, it's from my heart and it's what I want to buy for you. You know, so
we've ignored the gift registry.
Yeah, we have a lot of time. A lot of times we'd walk into the shop and then like someone wanted a dustbin. You remember, dustbin, and I'm like, there's no way I am buying a dustbin for this person because when you get there, some of the things are already being ticked, and I think we ended up buying other things like
whatever we thought.
Yeah, like maybe a gown, like the gowns and the towels. You can never have enough towels for your bathroom. Number one,
to bring it back if you don't.
You can have towels. I mean, how many towels? You can have lots and lots of towels for your house. But in general, like I'm not gonna be buying people dustbin. Like someone goes to at home, guys, and then utlika dustbin. Come on now, really dustbin?
Yeah, I think Other than that, then I guess it's up to you guys if you want to go to a honeymoon or not. I've seen people go after a year, after 2 years.
Yeah.
We went like immediately after.
The day after the wedding.
It's not the way. It's not the only way, you know. So for me, it doesn't really matter if you want to do it or not. I don't think it's important.
You know what we forgot?
What?
Shopping for the rings. When do we actually shop for the rings?
During the process, I mean, while you're looking for dresses.
And then you shop for rings.
Yeah, because another thing with rings, it's the price. They tend, depending on what you want, you know, they tend to be expensive. So you might need to put up deposit and
do it before.
Pay them in installments, unless you have like a huge budget whereby you can just go swipe for it.
Yeah.
Other than that, you can get it as early as you can. Maybe as soon as you start deciding that you're getting married, then you can start looking for a ring.
And another thing that I think you need to add to the list is that you need to make sure that you have a priest, because some venues, they don't come with the priest.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you actually go consult wherever you go to church if your priest will come to the venue, because some priests, they don't want to come to the venue.
Yeah.
For example, my priest didn't want to come to the venue, so I ended up with someone else, you know, who was willing to come to the wedding.
Yeah.
So that's very important. And I know a friend of a friend didn't have a priest at the wedding because he thought that the venue comes with a priest.
Oh, yeah.
And you need to meet. I think it's so important to meet the priest.
Yeah.
The person who's actually going to marry you. It's very important to meet that person.
Some they want to have a few sessions before the wedding day. So
there was a wedding that we went to where the priest couldn't pronounce the name of the bride. So
there's lots of them, especially this white priest.
Actually, there's a lot. Actually, there's two. At the one wedding, the priest kept on saying another name, but the names were similar, so he kept on mixing up the names.
Yeah.
And then because now the daughter-in-law had the same name, so he kept on mixing up the name. And then at the other wedding, the priest kept on messing up the pronunciation of the name. So it's very important, guys. Like, it's so important. I think it's like the most important thing. Because on the audio of the video, imagine now you're doing your vows and then someone says, do you Bongani take Tando? And all along the person is saying Bongani, and like you're saying Bongingosi. Like, then, you know, the priest, when they're preaching again, they say, Bongani, do you take? So it's very important that the priest knows exactly who they, you know, marrying, because the audio, like, imagine sitting at home after like you got married like 5 years, and then you're sitting there with, you know, the priest keeps on saying Bongani. It's not good. So maybe just additional things that you can
look. I mean, there's also what, thank you gifts.
Yeah. Oh, guys, those are so like. Thank you,
people took time.
Like ojile plate 1,000 randa, ojile dessert. You had bottles and bottles of champagne. You know.
1,000 rand. So.
Hey, Maria, that's a lot. It's a lot of money.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I think some couples don't do thank you gifts because they feel like we fed you.
Yeah.
You've had drinks on us. Yeah. You know, you came to this beautiful venue because of us. Yeah. But it's always nice to just, cause you don't have to be there.
I mean, I would understand where they're coming from. I mean, it's not like they brought you in and didn't give you food or anything, and it's not cheap.
Yeah, no, definitely it's not.
If you can afford to do thank you gifts, why not? You know.
But it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful when. Even if it's like small little things, you know, it's thank you gifts. It's so beautiful when now everyone has like these gifts and they're going home, and then these are like the gifts that they will remember you with. I think it's so beautiful. Yeah. Then when you're at your house, you're like, oh, you know what? This candle was given to me by Bonkosi and Tando. And when you burn, the scent is like reminding you of the wedding. So it's always so beautiful to give out the thank you gifts. Yeah. And in return, you need to bring gifts as well to the wedding. Yeah. Don't love weddings and not bring gifts.
Personally, when we are invited, it doesn't matter how many weddings we are invited.
I can't.
We make sure that we buy a gift.
I cannot go to a wedding without buying a gift. There's no way.
Some people
I've learned actually
comfortable with that.
But you can't do that.
No,
I feel like you can't do it. We love weddings. Wait till the weddings rata. Yes, guys, but they never buy gifts. But they always want to be invited to people's weddings. It's a small gesture, man. Otaka, you know, lali kushininyana tako.
We're talking to brides and grooms, yeah. Leave the guests alone. We're talking to brides and grooms.
So thank you gifts and all that. It's a small thank you gesture, you know, to the people who have attended the wedding. Yeah. And there's some beautiful thank you gifts out there.
At least now you can buy less gifts because it's 50 people.
Even the budget is there. Like the budget is there. Yeah. Even I feel like even the bar, like lately at weddings, the bar is like cash bar, and the only thing that you get is like
cold people alcohol, but if you can. I mean, I've had weddings whereby the father, the couple couldn't afford buying alcohol for the the guests, and then the father of the bride stepped in and paid.
And which was really nice. Like, it was so nice, and the vibe after that, like people were happy. It was a fun wedding to be at. People were dancing. People were having fun.
Look, as soon as there's alcohol, the vibe changes.
Yeah.
The vibe changes. We've done maybe half of the weddings we've done. There was no alcohol.
Yeah.
And the vibe was different. You know.
It's like those weddings. Like at 10 o'clock, everyone packs up and they go home, and then they've got the venue until 12 o'clock. Yeah. So.
But you know what? People believe in different things.
Yeah.
That's why we cannot prioritize things like alcohol. But if you can, I mean, and if your crowd is...
We had a large budget for alcohol at our wedding.
Yeah, but because I knew the type of people that I was inviting, you know. versus.
But it was fun as well because like I felt like
The vibe was very.
Besides that, man, I feel like we called people in. Like, guys, come all the way to Milder's Drift, come to our wedding, and then like I can only offer someone juice, and then the person actually needs to fork out. Because I think Bongs was like, no, there's no way that you can call someone from so far. Because people were traveling. Some people were traveling and they had booked accommodation around the area. And then you call someone and say, no, please come to my wedding. And then you can't even buy a person a beer.
Look, I mean, it comes down to budget.
Yes, I know budget, but
that's what I'm saying. I cannot say people must buy alcohol.
Yeah, no, definitely.
No, it's not a must.
I'm just saying
if you want to and you can.
Yeah, I'm just saying with us.
Yes.
With us, it was a different situation where when we were sitting down and we were planning our day,
Yes.
Bongs was like, there's no way that I'm going to invite Bonkosi and then Bonkosi is going to come alone. Bonkosi needs to come with a partner.
Yes.
Because how do you then invite a friend? You say, okay, Bongs is my friend and I don't know who Tando is, for example. So Tando Aki needs, so I'm not going to invite Tando. Then you expect a married man to come to a wedding alone. So Bongs felt like, no, everyone we're going to invite has to bring a partner. Yes. Hence, we had 200 people at our wedding. Because people were invited with their partners.
That's it.
And Bongs was like, there's no way that people are going to come from wherever they're coming from and we're not going to even offer them something to drink. So we sat down and said, okay, the only thing that we're going to be open bar is beers and ciders.
Yeah.
And I feel okay, fine. That was fine with me, and people were very happy. Woo, people were super happy. And for us, I think it was a thing where because we had planned for so long, it was fun. You know, I mean, our wedding was so fun. People didn't even want to go, but yeah, our wedding was so fun because people wanted to sit there until 12 o'clock to drink.
Maybe we should play the snippet of our wedding at the end.
No, we're not gonna do that. Maybe we'll do a reaction video of our wedding.
In a long time.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like a reaction video of our wedding. Maybe we'll see.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's about it on planning the wedding.
Yeah, that's it for now.
That's it. Yeah, and if you are busy planning your wedding or you're going to start planning your wedding, I think it's always best for you to do your research, talk to people, search the internet, you know, find what type of wedding you want, you know.
Yeah, start by watching and rewatching this video.
I mean, even share this video. I mean, I hope it will inspire someone, it will help someone who's planning their wedding.
Yeah.
And we're gonna leave it there for this one.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please do subscribe to this channel. There's lots and lots of wedding related videos that I think we'll still be able to do. And all our social medias. So I think all our social handles, we'll link them down below. But do subscribe and click the bell next to the subscribe button in order for you to receive notifications once I have uploaded a video. Until next time.
Yeah, and if you if you want to see me again in these videos, just state in the comments.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy me being here, or should I just leave Tando to do this on her own?
But yeah,
she feels maybe it's nice when she's talking about weddings for me to be here, and then
because we're in the space,
type of thing, you know. But yeah, that's it.
And comment down below. I mean, ask him questions about photography and you know all these things and
about weddings.
And what other topics in terms of weddings do you want us to cover? I mean, you know, if you want us to cover the people who are dancing and falling at weddings, then but
we're there almost every weekend except now for lockdown. But that's pretty much our lives. You know, weddings are our lives.
Yeah. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Until next time, goodbye.